River Valley. This river right here was called the Sindhu River, which became Indu, which then became both India and where we get our word Hindu. This all came from this river here. This river's dried up, doesn't exist anymore. We don't know why the river dried up, but we do have evidence that there was a river here. And basically these nomadic cultures roamed all over here. Let's see, around like this, like this, like that. They're roaming all around for thousands of years until the creation of agriculture. With the creation of agriculture, the ability to farm, and then the ability to stay in one place. You guys, we all learned this in like high school history class, right? Like, oh, well, they only could start building cities when they learned how to like plant a seed and have something grow. Up until then, they were at the whim of whomever. So this beginning of agriculture that we know of as it's going to apply to yoga happens at around 3000 BCE in this Indus River Valley. And there's two main cities here. And we have evidence of these cities, and you guys can go online and like legit take a virtual tour, take a virtual tour of this city. And this is just, you know, you can probably go ahead and forget this after, but it's my duty to tell it to you. One of the cities is called Harappa, and the other one is called Mohenjo-Daro. Mohenjo-Daro. And these cities were very intricate, and we know that they existed because there are ruins still left today of these clay, brick, very, very intricate structures. And the brickwork of these structures are totally intact today. I'll just pause and say, this is what we know of to be the oldest. This is the beginning, oldest stuff that we know of. And I think it's really important to always quantify the words, what we know of. This is a very dry climate. Everything's hot, dry. So all of the cities, all of the tools, all of the weapons that would have been used are all made of clay and brick. And clay and brick last. Whereas this area of India is very lush trees. Very moist. So if you had trees and you're a culture trying to set up shop, you want to build a hut, you don't go and get clay and brick, which would just turn to mush. You chop down some trees, right? And you build yourself a little hut. But a hut made of wood, 100 years, you guys live in Portland, you know what happens to wood, right? It just disintegrates, right, over time. So over thousands of years, all of what would have been built up here, there's sure a ton of stuff, major yoga happenings, probably happening down here. We just don't know about them. So we always have to leave room for what we don't know, we don't know. All of the tools, all of the temples, all of the cities, all of the villages, all the whatever that might have existed in this area, we just don't know. So what we do know is this area up here, very dry, climate, this Indus River Valley area, had these two major cities called Harappa and Mohenjo-Daro. And in this area, and this is why am I going off onto all this? This is just kind of like, you need to be able to leave here and say, oh, I did a teacher training, like, what is the beginning of yoga, in case someone asks you, and you're like, actually, I don't know, I just spent 200 hours and I don't even know. There's much that we don't know about how yoga evolved, most of what we don't know. But what's considered the beginning of yoga are these little, what are called seals, S-E-A-L-S. And it's called the Pashupati seal. Pashupati is the god of animals, and he is the early version of, I don't know if anybody here knows anything about the sort of yoga deities or anything, but if you've ever heard of the kind of creator of yoga, Shiva as the creator of yoga, god of yoga. You guys know the dancer pose? Mm-hmm. Okay, so dancer pose in Sanskrit is Natarajasana, and Nataraj is Shiva in the cosmic dance creating the universe through the practice of yoga. That's what the dancer pose is. So the early version of Nataraj is Pashupati, P-A-S-H-U-P-A-T-I, Pashupati. And again, you guys just go into Wikipedia. This stuff's really cool. You can check this out. It's called the Pashupati seal. Some historians think this is just a person sitting around that has nothing to do with yoga, but most people agree that this is kind of the first evidence we have of somebody in a seated meditation pose. So yes, Chris?
Sorry, maybe you said this, but what physically is that?